Welcome everybody! Hello! Welcome! We're playing. Alright, let me pick something. Pick eeny, meeny, miny. Oh wait, I have to do the church one. But hello everybody! Good morning all. Good morning, go mudbugs. Hello. Good morning, Nimby. Actually, once, should I wait for a sec? Okay, wait. We don't start just yet. Hold on, guys. Check. Have you checked the description for something new? You see anything new in the description? There's a hint. That's a hint right there. Oh, hey, thank you. Thank you, my ear trumpet. Oh my god.
My ear trumpet has been struck by lightning. Super chatted $2.00. Hello, Briar. I hope you're feeling well.
Thank you. I feel better now. I ate too much earlier. Cause yeah, you found it. Does it work? My head. Yeah, we got yeet now. Oh my goodness. It's very violent, I guess. Hey Talan, we got new commands. I'll let you guys play with the commands for a little bit. Let's see, how long does it take? Oh, it's on cooldown. I forgot I put it on cooldown. Okay, one sec. Let me undo the cooldown.
My ear trumpet has been struck by lightning. Gifted 𝑬𝒐𝒂𝒏𝒅𝒔.
Let me do it like one. Maybe like I'll do it per person. Okay, hold on. Okay, try again. And thank you, my ear trumpet, for the membership. Does the new command make your egg eyes bigger when they are in the cute small form? No. Unfortunately, we just get egg eyes. Ow! My head! Banana raid. Yeah, I couldn't find any eggs. Maybe I have to look it up. Did the small one? I don't know. Oh, I think the small banana was thrown along with the big bananas. I'll help you throw a small banana. Okay, we'll wait for ow. I'll throw a small banana. Ow. It's the same yeet program? Yeah, it's the same yeet program. Banana is closest to the moon? Yeah, that's true. Ow. Yeah, now you can yeet. Yeah, yeet time. It's so violent. I love it. Yay! Violent! Okay. Let's... Yo, cutie big egg eyes. Big egg eyes! You can now eat bananas instead of people. Yeah, just yeet. Just big yeet. Ow! Ow! Oh god! My head! Oh, it's stuck. Oh no, it's stuck. Oh, there we go. Ow. Ow. Oh, wait, let me turn off that maybe I should turn off the chat message that it yeets. The thing on the screen should be confirmation enough. Okay, let us start the game. Let's start the game. You can still eat while we talk. Okay, where is the game? Gameplay. Here we go. Vampire time. Okay, wait. Can I lower myself a little bit? Okay, I lower myself a little bit. Okay, where's the... There are so many windows open, I don't know where the game is. Okay. Approaching the cathedral on the street makes you nervous. You've been here twice, and twice something bad has happened. Or almost happened, as in both cases you ran away. But ow. Benoit suggested it's time to stop running and experience faith head on. Perhaps he's right. Maybe... Oh, by the way, you should remember that yeeting costs points. It costs yolks. Perhaps he's right. Maybe it is cowardly to take refuge in rationalizations when you know what you felt, the holiness of the priest and your own damnation. Walking towards the doors of the cathedral, you glance at the bench where you sat when you first met Benoit. He's waiting for you, sitting and contemplating the cathedral's Gothic architecture. I wasn't sure I'd come. I wasn't certain I even wanted to talk to you after last time. I understand. I'm happy you chose to come. Benoit looks different than before. Intense. Certain. You've had some time to think about what we spoke of before. I'm not sure what to believe. All these stories seem so fantastical. You don't have to believe me. You just have to open your heart to the faith Father Anthony represents. Let's go see Father Anthony. It's best not to talk into the cathedral, so I arranged for us to see him at his home. I have a car nearby. It's better be on the level. Benoit, I don't even know what that means. Amazing video for Conjurer, did a fantastic job. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, hello, Limar. Welcome, Limar. It's been a while. Hope your days are fantastic. Thank you. My days are okay. I try. But we're doing good. We can eat now. We can do big yeet. Why does it keep big yeeting when I say big yeet? It's not voice activated. What the heck? Did something go wrong? I don't think anything go wrong. It should be fine. Ow, 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 ow. Benoit is pronounced Benoit. Well, it's too late. He's Benoit now, but okay, Benoit. Am I saying it correctly? Benoit, Benoit, Benoit. Yeeting costs a lot. Big yeet is 1,000 points. Little yeet is like 50 points. But it has like a 20-second cooldown. Benoit, okay, thank you. We're beyond that kind of tough talk, don't you think? You follow Benoit as he walks down the street until you come to his car, a surprisingly pedestrian family sedan. The essence of the masquerade is inconspicuousness. Nobody expects a vampire to drive a car like this. Benoit. It's a French name. Ah, that makes sense. Drives north towards Queens. During these moments, you feel most anonymous, just another speck of dust in a vast machine, where every action influences the whole in tiny ways. The one thing you've learned about the kindred is that they are not lacking in self-regard. The prince of Camarilla City is said to rule the domain. Yet how much do they really affect mortal affairs? If you ask a vampire, they'll say a lot. Perhaps that's what made Benoit turn inward, the futility of finding meaning in a secret, predatory existence. Did I say Benoit again? Whoops. Benoit. Benoit stops in front of a red brick row house, a little run down, but probably not cheap. Benoit notes your interest. Father Anthony comes from an old New York family. He inherited the house. When I first met him, I was suspicious, so I checked up on him. Despite the way he keeps putting you in dangerous situations, kindred paranoia seems to come naturally to Benoit. Perhaps that's something you can learn from him. Isn't this a masquerade breach that the priest knows that we're vampires? Isn't this a masquerade breach? I suppose. But we make ghouls all the same. We hunt. The masquerade is threatened regularly with much worse than this. You follow Benoit to the stairs, looking around for any signs of an ambush. As you get to the door, the first signs of trepidation hit you, the discomfort, the pain that'll follow once you're inside. It feels like a physical thing, a burning sensation under your skin, in your blood. You look to see how Benoit is taking it. He's smiling, eyes closed for a second before knocking on the door, almost as if he's enjoying the sensation. The door opens and you see Father Anthony's kindly face. Your body feels as if in a vice. You haven't really been bothered by hot or cold since you were embraced, but now it feels like the surface of your skin is overwhelmed with sensation. The fear and terror are paralyzing. Yes, you barely hear Benoit's whisper. Come in, you two. I might not know much, but I know enough not to do this on the porch. You force yourself to follow Father Anthony into the apartment. Despite the splitting headache and rising panic, it's hard to take in your surroundings. Everything seems to vibrate, seeking to engulf you. Framed portraits on a mantelpiece, a cross on a wall, a living room with lots of books, many of them old. I'm not sure I can offer you anything. You don't drink tea, I suppose. No, we don't. Is there salvation for our kind? There is salvation for everyone. God's grace is infinite. We just have to find you a way there. Please, Father, you know this is difficult for us. You'll forgive me if I don't waste time. Father Anthony looks pained, whether because of the rudeness or out of sympathy for your condition, you can't tell. He motions for you to sit down, but you and Benoit are both too agitated to do so. You feel trapped, like a moth being smeared against a burning light bulb. It's hard to look at Father Anthony, but you can't look at anything else either. Benoit is starting to look increasingly unhinged. His eyes look as if he's seeing into some divine beyond, just outside the grasp of your senses. Now's the time, my friend. You have to decide if you're ready for salvation. Prove your faith by embracing the Father, and let His radiance envelop you. I'm gonna die. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. Benoit smiles cruelly as you fall to your knees in front of Father Anthony. Startled, Father Anthony takes a step back. Benoit, what are you doing? Father, it's time to be redeemed, for both of us. Benoit falls to his knees next to you, lifting his face in full embrace of the holy agony. This is not right, Benoit. Everyone has a chance for salvation. I understand there's something in God's presence that burdens you, but you can work through it. Please, Benoit, there are many paths to salvation, and we'll find yours. I won't hurt you and your friend. Benoit moans in pain, stricken with grief and disbelief at Father Anthony's refusal. Please, Father, they don't even believe, not truly. Father Anthony looks at you and seems to waver. Even his belief in salvation has limits. Kill the Father. Just murder him. Okay, I profess my belief. I believe, Father. I just need to find a way, even though I've been saying I don't believe up until this point. Your response makes Father Anthony steal his resolve. He is a man of grace, and he believes salvation extends to everyone, even vampires. Benoit, your weakness blinds you. Sometimes a mature succumbs to a special kind of vanity, where they imagine their pain is holiness. Yet our goal must always be to help our fellow man find the right path. Benoit is still kneeling. He looks at Father Anthony in confusion and surprise. Please, Father, forgive me. I don't know. Shush, Benoit. We have time to talk. Meanwhile, I think it's better for your friend to leave. I can't claim to understand the effect I seem to have on your kind, but I'm not convinced it's all salutary. Father Anthony looks at you kindly. Go. I hope we can talk again someday. There's hope for everyone, even you. You're weeping, tears of blood staining your cheeks. Staggering and stumbling, you retreat to the door, the distance between you and the Father already making it hurt less. You hear Benoit's whispered confessions behind you as you escape to the night. You are safe, but the implications of your experience are troubling. What does this mean? Whether practical or spiritual, feels like you have to think about this for a long time. You're free to return to your haven, and there is a distinct temptation to keep the events of the night to yourself. Yet these events cannot be good for the masquerade. I'm not gonna say anything. Sometimes the right choice is to do nothing at all. You walk back to your haven, alone as usual, among the people who crowd the New York sidewalks even at night. Holiness huts, that's an inescapable conclusion from what happened. Hard to say what words like salvation and damned mean in modern nights, but the way you felt in Father Anthony's presence is an unavoidable fact. Father Anthony and his faith is the key. You could walk into a church and fondle a cross to your heart's content. None of that means anything. It's only in the presence of living faith that holiness becomes manifest. Perhaps one day you'll have the courage to go back to Father Anthony. Oh, we have to rest. Okay, now we get to select. Okay, so the thing is, we already have 2 coterie members, and you can only go for 2, because when you go for a third, the first one that you went for will disappear, as if you didn't do it. So we're just gonna keep those in mind, and we'll do the side quests instead. So we have somebody's watching me, and a nosy reporter. We can do somebody's watching me. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Someone is following you around. Has been for a few nights, maybe longer. That can't be a good thing. The only question is, what to do about it? Provoke the stalker to appear. You venture out to the street with the goal of letting your stalker know you're aware of being followed. It's time to stop this ridiculous charade. It's raining outside, and as you step onto the street in front of your haven, you wonder whether that'll help you. Will you be able to see the footprints of your stalker in puddles on the ground? Not sure where to start, you slip a few bills to a homeless man and chat up the guy who runs the local bodega. Nobody suspects the Second Inquisition. Yeah, nobody. Absolutely nobody. Both of them talk your ear off about strange characters hanging around, but none of their stories seem right to you. Walking the streets, you're convinced by turns that everyone you see is an enemy agent out to get you, and that your stalker has decided to take the night off. Frustrated after a couple of hours of useless searching, you cross the road without looking where you're going. A courier on a motorbike zooms towards you and has no time to brake or swerve as you suddenly step in front of him. For a split second, your eyes meet those of the man on the bike, and you both know you'll collide. You'll get hurt. Something hits you, pushing you forward. You tumble, flying to the sidewalk as the courier zooms past. You feel a weight on your back, catch a glimpse of something, a person, female, you think, and then she disappears. You could spend a couple more hours trying to find a woman who's been stalking you, but in your shriveled, undead heart, you know it to be futile. She's gone. Okay. We didn't meet the person in the end. We'll go for the nosy reporter now. The street lights filter into the apartment in a stark white glow, as if someone were shooting a movie outside. The art pieces display a tasteful expense entirely fitting the image you have of Sophie. It feels as if 1,000 sins have been committed on these premises, most of them under of benevolent hospitality. Sophie comes to greet you as you enter the living room, shaking her head. You understand that people judge me based on how you dress, don't you? Sophie looks at your clothes as if resigned to your sartorial limitations. I tried to dress inconspicuously because of the masquerade. That's very sensible of you. I suppose I should commend you for that. Sophie walks to the window and looks out, the street lights playing on her features. She reminds you of a queen contemplating the unfortunate limitations of her subjects. You'd think that as a vampire, at least we wouldn't have to worry about the vultures of the press. Unfortunately, when you have power and ability, there are always parasites trying to feed on you. Is there a reporter after you? Yes, a terribly persistent creature. Sophie steps away from the window and settles down on the sofa, a wine glass with red liquid in it, blood, treated as not to spoil. You've become good at noticing the scent, even from a distance. She doesn't offer you any as you cautiously sit down across from her. This awful man has been stalking my apartment with a camera. He's gone through my trash, talked to the neighbors. Please be a dear and explain to him that there's nothing for him here. Welcome, Baileys. Is this about the masquerade? That's a big deal for us, right? Indeed, you're learning. This must happen very often. How do you usually deal with it? Everyone has their own way. Sometimes the problem goes away with a bit of money or sharp words. Other times, you need something more. Okay, do you know anything about the reporter? Man, woman, young, old, anything like that? All gossip reporters look the same to me. Time for you to go. I have business to attend to. You leave the apartment as Sophie disappears into another room. You don't have a clear idea of the games she plays with the city's mortal and immortal power structures, but she always seems to be making a move. Outside on the street, there's a slight, warm drizzle, the kind that gets under your clothes and makes you want to take a shower when you get back to your own haven. No reporters immediately jump out to you. I must stay put and keep an eye out. For a while, it feels like nothing is happening in the New York night. People are walking past you on their way to whatever nightlife diversions help them forget their sordid lives. As you contemplate going back inside and telling Sophie you're not looking for a new career as a lookout, you suddenly notice the lens of a camera pointed at you across the street. Hey, you yell and run across the street. It's a man you're sure you've seen somewhere before. Rotund, pasty, someone who's spent too much time in badly ventilated rooms stained with cigarette smoke. Bonjour, bonjour, welcome. I love visual novels. Yeah, visual novels are great. You got cool art and cool story. You enter an alley, a dark, dingy space between two tall buildings. Once upon a time, a place like this might have worried you, made you think of muggings and violence. Now it's clear that the most dangerous thing here is you. The man you are following seems to realize this too. He holds his camera in front of him like a shield, its heavy objective resting on his paunch. With a start, you recognize him. You remember the face, the shady sunglasses from a picture next to a byline in some trashy paper. The article was about a friend of yours, an artist, who was reported to be dating a celebrity. It was true, but the celebrity didn't want to be associated with your friend and broke it off afterwards. For months, your friend cursed Doherty's name. Hey, you don't go around scaring people like that. I'm a huge fan. Wow, you're Frank Doherty. I'm a huge fan. Love your work. Thank you. It's nice to have one's work appreciated. What are you reporting on? I'm not sure you can help me. Well, perhaps you can. You live here? I'm working on a story about a local resident. Her name is Sophie Langley. Everyone knows her in high society circles. From the way you look, I'm guessing you might know her too. She's a redhead, pretty as a picture, and there were lots of pictures of her through the years. That's the thing, in fact. Look at this. Frank pulls out his phone and starts showing you pictures Some have been downloaded from news sites, while others are photos from the society pages of newspapers from past decades. All show Sophie. She has different clothes, hairstyles, makeup, names, but the face remains the same. So that's strange. What do you think's going on? Beats me, that's what I'm here to find out. You must have a theory about what's happening. I have a theory or two, but before I print my theory, I need facts to back it up. 3 words: extreme plastic surgery. All the celebrities do it. Only her doctor is better than the rest. Oh, hello, Sheriff Pumpkin. Welcome. Welcome, Sheriff Pumpkin. You look critically at the photos on Frank's phone. You're looking for a doctor in an alley? You're thinking the world's best plastic surgeon is working out of this alley? Okay, fine. I don't know what this is about. So how would you explain it? It's a hoax. Have you considered the possibility that those pictures are a hoax? Sure, anything can be a hoax, but I dug up these old papers from the archives myself. Got to have something usable. Threaten him with violence. Hello, Tsukidayo, welcome. The powers of the blood make kindred fearsome killers. Looking at Frank, you decide that you can administer this beatdown without help from your undead nature. Nothing personal, friend. You punch Frank in the mouth. Perhaps the most important thing about your new vampiric existence is getting used to violence. You have to hunt, defend yourself. Frank falls down on one knee. This is not defending yourself. Please, don't. You smack Frank across the face. You feel his perspiration sticking to your skin. Blood wells from his mouth, and you have a sudden urge to bite down and drink. Sophie probably wouldn't appreciate a corpse in an alley next to her home, so you strain yourself. Frank is on all fours on the wet ground. You pick up his camera and casually fling it into a wall. The telephoto lens breaks off. Oh my god, please don't. I'll just, wait, no. Run your mouth and I'll break the rest of your teeth. Frank staggers upright and runs out of the alley as best as he's able, leaving his ruined camera behind. You look after his receding figure, wondering if he'll have the courage to return. I mean, I kind of feel bad for the guy, but still, we had to do it. Sophie requests your presence tonight, and it seems urgent. You find her already waiting for you and clearly pondering something. It takes a few minutes of awkward silence before she speaks. I require assistance, chat. There is a matter of great importance that I need to ask you to resolve for me. You'll find that what I'm about to say surprising, I'm sure, but I need you to hear me out. I need you to contact an important anarch figure in New York City and arrange a meeting for us. What aren't meetings with anarchs forbidden? I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to meet with anarchs. We're at war, right? The prince does look unfavorably at those who meet with the anarchs, that much is true. You'll find that with this, as with many other things, the camarilless policies have more than their share of hypocrisy inherent in them. It comes hand in hand with using medieval power structures. What we are forbidden to do, the prince may do willingly. Some of these things can be done in the open, while others are kept secret as to not invite discord and discontent. I need to contact a man named Talk. He is an influential member of the movement, and like most of them, very suspicious of the Camarilla. That's why I'm sending you to extend my invitation. How do I know he'll talk to me? He won't, not yet anyway. You need to start further down the chain, and with the right story to spin. From my unlimited sources adjacent to the movement, I've gathered that your best chance to speak to Talk is to first meet with his right-hand woman, Mia. She's a regular at a club called the Leech Pit. I think it would be best if you presented yourself as an anarch hopeful, a fledgling looking for a place of belonging. Only after you talk to Talk directly should you mention my name in the meeting. Yeah, but lying to them would make them trust me. When they find out the truth, they won't be happy or eager to work with us. That might be true, but if you tell me outright that I sent you, she's likely to cut you off. She hates our sect, and it will be difficult to make her listen to reason. After tonight, I suggest that we do not speak of this again until you arrange the meeting. There are many who would jump at the chance to use this against us. With Kaiser, you have proven you can get the job done, even if it requires additional legwork. I trust you to deal with this task as quickly and covertly as possible. Forgive me, but that's all the time I can spare for tonight. What I'm asking of you is just part of a bigger whole. Trust me, it'll be all worth it. I'll do my best. I know you will. Check with Gregory for the address of the leech pit. Have Mia introduce you to talk. When she does, tell him I wish to meet. Let him pick the time and place, but let it be soon. If he proves too guarded, tell him I have something that will help him gather allies against Boss Callahan. That should pique his interest. Good luck, and obviously not a word about this to anyone else, not even any new friends you might have made in recent nights. This stays between us. The way she says that final sentence suggests a not-so-veiled threat, but her warm smile belies that expression. You want her to keep trusting you. You wouldn't want to disappoint her. Gregory gives you the address. The club is in Brooklyn. Apparently, it's some kind of heavy metal bar with a dedicated concert space. Time to pay this Mia a visit. The place is teeming with people tonight. The music is loud, almost deafening, and it takes you a while to get used to it. The noise hurts your ears. This venue isn't suitable for this kind of music, and none of the instruments sound the way they should. The cacophony sends you on edge. A group of a few dozen patrons are tightly packed together, and the smell of their sweat and youthful, excited blood overwhelms you momentarily. It's with some difficulty that you turn to the task at hand. You've heard your share about the Anarchs and how they fit into kindred politics, but you only had your short encounter in Corona Park on which to base your actual opinion on the faction. That might have just been a horrible first impression, but you're keeping your guard up just in case. I'ma eat. First things first, the atmosphere of this place is distracting you, and with the beast nagging to be fed, if you're to put your best foot forward, you'd best get that need out of the way, temporarily. This place brims with opportunities. You decide it might be easiest to just grab a somewhat drunk concert goer that strikes your fancy and see whether they'd be willing to indulge you. Sure enough, you chat up a tipsy patron. Hold on, it's a little loud. Tipsy patron, and hit it off quickly, augmenting her charm with the power of your blood in the interest of time. You don't catch her name. She'd been waiting for her boyfriend, but he hasn't shown. She was pretty much ready to dump him anyway, so hey, here's to new beginnings. Another vodka shot disappears down her throat. She kisses you on the mouth. It's super sloppy, and the alcohol on her breath is overbearing. You take your chance and kiss her neck, and then bite down. Yeah, her evening's drinking definitely colors the way her blood tastes. Alcohol and melancholy, not a combo you're unfamiliar with. Somebody smacks you on the head and rips you off the girl just as you lick the wounds close. He throws you to the ground. Uh-oh, it's the boyfriend. The argument they get into as your victim seemingly immediately sobers up gives you the chance to mix in with the now dispersing crowd. The concert is over. A hand on your shoulder. You instinctively tense up and prepare to dodge a punch. Instead, you come face to face with a lanky woman in a jacket 2 sizes too big for her frame. Follow me behind the bar, Lick. I've got a few questions, and you better give me snappy answers if you know what's good for you. She leads you through the bar to a back door that leads into a side room. Indie metal band posters are plastered on every wall, some of them 20 or more years old, judging from the tour dates. An old sticky table and some rickety chairs are the only pieces of furniture here. Sit down. Sure. Am I goober? I'm goober. I'm a goober. I'm a goofy goober, yeah. Good evening, Briar. Hello, Kiofi. Kiofi. That's a cute name. It's a cute name. Kyofi. But welcome. You take a seat as the woman leans against one of the walls. The name's Mia. I'm guessing your visit here isn't a happy coincidence. I don't know you, so you're either new in New York or kept an outstandingly low profile. Both sound suspect. So before we take these pleasantries further, answer me this. Who do you run with? I'm Camarilla, but I'm looking to switch. Is that so? He looks you up and down. It's hard to read her. Okay, sure, I'll buy. But let's get one thing out of the way. She leans in. If this is some kind of clever ploy to oust me from my domain, or if you're here to spy on me and the movement, I'll make sure that you don't enjoy undeath much longer. Got it? Thank you, left the Goober's room. Ah, thank you. Goober's great. You can tell it's a purely rhetorical question. Alright, here's the pitch. The Camarilla likes to think they're the vanilla option, but with the Prince Bitch Panhard pretending that they're always in charge, but New York has never been a fully Cami city. They might have won the city in '99, but Cams have had their asses handed to them many times over the years, and the movement has been here as long as they have. Hell, I moved to New York City before World War II, and that was a good while after I saw the Camarilla for what they are, a way to keep us all subservient and in line. The Ivory Tower will tell you they're the only safeguard for the traditions, and that's kind of the problem. Albite has an undertone. Yeah, it's slang. There's only one tradition we in the movement feel should be respected. The masquerade, obviously. Goober is the most absolute of units. Yeah! Big unit. Everything else, ask the prince, and she'll tell you it's the logical continuation of the masquerade, but really it's just a way to keep the elders powerful and in control. She grimaces. But here's the thing. For all the talk of us bloodsuckers being solitary creatures, we need a community to keep up the masquerade. Community, yes, but authority, not so much. We need a council of peers to keep the assholes and power-drunk freshlings in check, but not a feudal prince to tell you where to feed or who to hunt when they step on their toes. She takes a brief break from her indignant rant. So you anarchs don't have a ruler? A ruler, no. But leaders, sure. Most follow old Boss Callahan's lead. So I should talk to Callahan? No, I'm saying you should talk to somebody else. If you're concerned about being well received in the city, you might need to go through Callahan, but if you're serious about the anarch cause itself, he's not your guy. Callahan eats up fledglings like you and shits out self-preservation. His position as Baron is mighty shaky now, not least due to the fact he's backstabbed more than his share of allies. He's doing what any old fart in a position of power would do. He's doubling down. Negotiations are out. Intimidation is in. Tightening ranks as a precaution against the Second Inquisition. She surprises you by hacking and spitting on the ground in disgust. Well, great. If you spent time with the camps, that should sound very familiar to you. He's no better than Panhard and her cronies are at this point. No, you need to contact Torque. And wouldn't you know it, it's your lucky night, because I'm the lick to do it through. How's Torque different? Motherfucker, you're really asking for it. Her anger flares up again. I'll pretend that was just a naive question and not a half-assed jab. Torque is a leader, a local baron who's overseeing a small domain, but doing a very good job of it. Callahan knows this, so he's giving him shit. Torque is taking it like a champ. He's smart like that, but for one of us rebels, he's got the patience of a saint. Makes you think back to how things used to be way back then, if the stories are to believe. Anyway, you want to meet him? I'm going to require a show of goodwill first. Okay, what do you have in mind? She flashes you a mischievous half-smile. I appreciate your readiness, but I don't have the details just now. Ask for me at the bar when you're able. I'll leave something for you and we'll take it from there. Now come on, now I ought to go. She walks you out of the bar and you go your separate ways. Seems like there's nothing more to do than return here later and see if Mia really can help you contact Talk. Let's go for the reporter. The weather is cold and windy as you walk to Sophie's apartment. As a vampire, that doesn't matter anymore. You may have been saddled with eternal hunger, but at least you can ignore the wind chill. Just as you come to the door of Sophie's building, she storms out, murmuring into her phone. Yes, I know. Don't worry. I trust you to handle it. You've heard Sophie talk to her associates before. It's always the same. Generalities and vague suggestions. It makes you think she's involved in Monsieur's machinations. It doesn't tell you anything. Sophie is dressed to kill, but there's nothing unusual in that. She likes to make an impression. A black car with tinted windows is waiting for her at the front door. A chauffeur steps out to open the car door for her. Sophie notices you. I'm glad you're in the neighborhood. If you could look around for me one more time, that'd be wonderful. Who told me you got rid of that reporter? Turns out, he's still here, snooping around. Sophie is very good at communicating disappointment. She doesn't have to do much to make it clear that she's unhappy to have to return to this issue. I'll take care of it. After tonight, he won't trouble you anymore. Good. Don't disappoint me. The reporter talked his way into the building during the day. Once the doorman understood what was happening, he threw him out. He showed old pictures of me to my neighbors. It's very awkward, you understand. Sophie disappears into the car, and the chauffeur closes the door behind her. You watch as the sleek vehicle disappears into the Manhattan traffic, just one anonymous car among many. Best sit down somewhere and devise a plan of action. You go to a nearby diner, settle into a booth, and order a coffee from the steely-eyed Latino waitress. As she brings you your cup, you describe Frank Doherty to her on the off chance she's seen something. Just as she's about to answer, you happen to look outside. Something catches your eye. The diner is brightly lit, so you lean closer to the window to see the street through it. You got lucky. Frank is standing on the sidewalk on the other side of the street, looking at something on his phone. You slide out of the booth, throwing a few small bills on the table. Mumbling something to the waitress, you step outside. Follow him covertly. For a reporter, Frank isn't terribly observant. You keep your distance, hiding behind people in cars, but he doesn't look around. It seems like he wants to find a private nook to inspect the photos he took tonight. An alley. He ducks in, and you follow. Oh my god, it's you! Please don't hurt me! Frank cradles his new camera in his arms, terrified of what you will do to him. Be smart. Last time you were stupid, but this time you won't be, right? Right, please! Just tell me what you want! I thought we agreed there is no story. Usually when someone says there's no story, that means there's a story. I just couldn't let it go. Look, I don't want any trouble. I can see that you're serious. There is something to Sophie Langley. I think you know what it is. You take a long, hard look at Frank Doherty. He's a tenacious man, but not brave. After the last time you met, you were sure he had been dealt with. Where did he find the courage to come here again? Is this worth the pain? A woman like Sophie, there's always something, but is it worth the pain? Look, I need a scoop. I need a story. I need something that says Frank Doherty is on the top of things again. Nobody respects me. You know how that feels? I used to be someone, a promising young journalist. When you fuck up, there's no sympathy. People enjoy seeing you fall. I don't care about Sophie Langley. I care about Frank Doherty. I'm not asking for much. Just one story that isn't about trying to get a shot of a celebrity's underwear. You almost believe it, but something about Frank feels off. You have personal interest in this. What? No! Or I mean, she's a very attractive woman, but I make it a rule never to get involved with people I write about. You're known for your professional ethics, Frank. On the issue, I've never made a mistake. Frank sounds almost sad as he says it. Sometimes I need extra money is all. And where does the extra money come from? There's a guy, he's paying me, that's all, but I can't talk about that. work for me, or else I kill you. Tell you what, Frank, I'll make this easy for you. Work for me and make your life easier. I want to know who's after Sophie Langley, and you can get me that information. Who knows, maybe it'll just become a lasting and lucrative relationship. Frank is taken aback by your suggestion. Still, he clearly needs a friend. I don't know. I mean, if there are people leaning on me, they won't take kindly to it if I help somebody else. Let me help you. I suppose I shouldn't say no to that. I'll tell you what, next time something comes up, I'll give you a call. Maybe I'll have something you can do for me as well. Quid pro quo. What else is there? I am a pro. Frank hesitates for a second as if he was going to say something more. He takes one last look at you, turns, and leaves the alley, disappearing into the crowd. You're left wondering whether that was a good choice. Frank is not reliable, that much is clear, but perhaps you can benefit from him anyway. Isn't that what the kindred do? Play people and turn them into puppets. Yeah. Use Frank. You arrive at the leech pit, finding it less rowdy than the last time. The bar is still packed, but the dance floor is empty tonight. Instead, the old crackling speakers are playing music that will probably sound like noise even on high-end tableware. Mia is nowhere to be seen, but you do remember she requested that you ask for her at the bar. You approach the bar as the bartender finishes pouring a beer for an older guy in a faded, fraying Iron Maiden t-shirt. She turns to you. What can I get you? Was told to ask about Mia. Yeah, well, she's not in tonight. She looks you up and down, and a spark of recollection shines in her eye. Oh yeah, that's right. She takes a well-worn book from behind the counter, some kind of young adult vampire novel, and flips through it. She produces a piece of paper from between the book's pages and passes it to you. She told me you'd be interested in reading this. You find a relatively quiet corner and take a look at the note. T wants to meet you. I'll arrange it, but you need to prove yourself trustworthy. Look around the leech pit for a guy named Bruce. Buff dude, tattoo sleeve on his right arm. I'm 90% sure he's somebody retainer, sent here on to spy on us by the camp. Give me the name of his master and write it on this card and return it to the bar. It doesn't take you long to locate this Bruce guy. He sits alone in the corner, 2 beer glasses already empty on his table. You take a moment to consider your approach. Eat the puss, eat a new puss. You figure you have time to feed before confronting this guy. You keep your eye on him, but look for a good opportunity in the meantime. Wouldn't you know it, a half-past patron near the toilets is almost begging for somebody's attention. You prop him up as if to help him stand straight. His breath reeks of alcohol. You bite into his neck, right above his tank top. Careful to drink just a little, and quickly. You don't get to enjoy the full palate. It is the closest to a beer you've had in a while, though. Ow, 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 ow. The man slumps in your arms, mumbles something under his breath, and you settle him down gently near the empty kegs in the back. Somebody will come and pick him up for sure. I like my vampires non-sparkly. Yeah, no sparkles. No sparkles. Temporarily sated, you turn your attention back to the task at hand. That's when you lock eyes with Bruce. He's been standing there, just meters away, and for a while you think. He slinks away through the main area and walks outside. He knows what you are for sure. You follow him out, expecting him to run after him, but he's there, having a cigarette. Yo, I had a feeling you'd join me. You smoke? He pushes the lighter close to you, the flame triggering a primal fear in you that forces you to take a step back and bump into another patron who's just leaving the bar. Heh, yeah, didn't think so. You were staring at me in the bar before. What do you want? It's just business, man. Wanna know who you serve and I'll be gone. 2 words. Blow. He breathes cigarette smoke straight into your face. Whoa. He flicks the cigarette at you and you flinch. It's all it takes for him to dash away, much faster than a human should be able to. He's bolting, all right. I'm gonna run after him. With my powers. Throwing caution to the wind, you focus your blood and give chase after Bruce. He might be faster than a human, but his abilities are a fraction of yours. He dashes into a nearby alley, and you follow suit. Before he can jump the fence, you tackle him to the ground. A short brawl later, you are standing a few meters apart, Bruce eyeing you with hatred. Intimidate him with violence. Here's your deal. You tell me your master's name, and you save yourself a world of hurt. Unless you want to exit this alley on a stretcher, you better. Ugh. Bruce doesn't wait for you to finish talking. He jumps at you, kicking and punching with dizzying speed, takes you by surprise, and he puts you on the defensive. Just as you're about to retaliate, he breaks away, jumps the fence at the end of the alley, and is gone into parts of the city unknown. Time to leave something for Mia. You borrow a pen from the bar and flip Mia's note to the other side. You have a whole bunch of nothing to go on, but that won't work. You figure it might be better to leave any name for Mia, even if you have to pull it out of your ass. I don't have... No, I'm not gonna put down somebody's random name. It's gonna bite back at me. I'm gonna leave no name. On second thought, you doubt the addyolks would appreciate being led astray. You leave the page blank. You pass the piece of paper to the bartender. She sticks it back in the same book. Hold on 1 second. She wanted me to pass something on to you. She produces a cell phone from behind the counter. It's ancient, at least 15 years out of date. You're right, and this. An old charger for the piece of junk in hand. They really did think of everything. She says she'll be in touch. Takes you a moment to remind yourself how to operate this thing, and you find that its phone book is blank. There's no Wi-Fi connectivity, no saved messages. It's got a version of Snake though. Good luck and have fun. Oh, welcome, Herozette. Welcome. Thank you for good luck, have fun. The bartender is already over at the other end of her domain, taking orders for patrons. With your anarch contact nowhere in sight, you decide to move on for the night. Hopefully, Mia will still call you, even if you've left her with no new information whatsoever. You can't bring yourself to count on it, though. Well, we keep going for Frank Doherty. Visiting Sophie's Haven, the doorman stops you. You've been here enough times that he recognizes you and says there is a note left for you. You ask about the person who left the note, and the doorman gives a description that can only be Frank Doherty, the reporter. Once you get the note, you step aside to read it. I have what you ask. Everything. All the details. This is crazier than you can imagine. Come to meet me at the beautiful View Motel in Queens. I'm waiting for you. The note is unsigned. On impulse, you return to the street. You didn't have anything important to do with Sophie anyway. It would be much better to come back with real information. Stepping into the beautiful View Motel, you can't help but think that the name makes promises that the building fails to deliver. Outside, there's nothing but an ugly parking lot. Empty, the paint marking the parking spaces almost completely worn away. How does a vampire flirt? They bat their eyes. Oh my god! I didn't know that. Standing in the lobby, it feels like there's decades worth of cigarette smoke. You're happy not being able to breathe anymore. The furniture looks like it was picked up from a yard sale in the 60s. There is something appropriate in the rubbiness of the surroundings. They fit the image you have of Frank perfectly. It's appropriate to find him in a place like this. You nod to the old woman manning the reception desk. She seems totally uninterested in what you're doing, her eyes glued to the small TV perched on the desk. A cop show. Walking deeper into the motel, you find a lounge that might have aspired to a kind of lavish comfort in its glory days. Now it just feels sticky, like you need to wash your clothes afterwards. Frank sits on a bar stool. There's no bartender, but Frank has a shot glass in his hand. He looks even sweatier than usual. What happens when a vampire gets mad? Their blood boils. Oh my god! And then they explode. Frank fidgets with the glass in hand as if he wanted to give a good impression, but couldn't suppress a nervous tick. Hope you're ready, because I have everything you asked for. Frank Doherty is a professional after all. Yes, indeed. They try to spear my name, but I get the story. Can I have a drink? Sure. Frank reaches for another glass and pours you a shot. You take it, pretending you can still drink. Those fuckers thinking they can just make up lies about me. Frank seems to be in a strange mood, hard to read. Maybe it's just the alcohol speaking, but something's just off about him. Who's A? Hey Briar, how are you? How's your left eye? What's wrong with my left eye? It's fine. It's fine. My eyes are fine. Ah! Why does that keep... Is it because I accidentally keybinded it? One sec. Did I... Wait. Let me check something. Is it a keybind? Did I Oh, I did accidentally keybind it. No wonder. Okay, it should... Is it? Okay, there we go. It's not keybind anymore. Oh no. Wait, one sec. There's the outline. One sec. How do we... Why is the outline not disappearing? Do I need to restart it? I think it broke. Okay, wait. Okay, there we go. I think that's... Yeah, it fixed it. Make you wink? Ah, wink wonk. Wink wonk. Ha! Hello! Wink. Wonk. My eye's so big, it's hard to squeeze. We can do this too. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah. Alright, let's continue. It costs points, by the way. It costs yolks. Everyone. All those assholes who thought they were smarter than me. If you're a reporter, you make mistakes. Ow! Everyone does. You make enemies. You get facts wrong. So why was I singled out? You're not sure you can get anything out of Frank. He's thrown himself a pity party and decided to invite you. He decided to try one more time. We had a deal. Frank sounds like he has plenty more bitterness inside him waiting to come out. Let me tell you something else. An ear-splitting sound fills the lounge, and a bright flash blinds you. For a second, an irrational panic grips your dead heart. It's the sunshine. Are you gonna burn to death in a cheap motel in Queens? As your vision adjusts, there's something whizzes past you. There's a series of thunking sounds, something impacting the bar. Frank is lifting the shot glass, miraculously still in his hand, a massive bloodstain spread across his shirt. Actually, 1 second. Wait, did somebody shoot him? Okay, 1 sec. I think what I will do is I will lower the currency for yolks. Why is it 2,000? It shouldn't be 2,000. Okay. I'll lower the currency needed for bigyeet. Actually, no. Okay, I'll lower the currency, but maybe not so much. Okay, maybe... Okay, maybe that much, and then for little yeet, I will also lower it. Okay, I lowered the yeets. 1 sec. Yeets, it will be... Okay, I lowered the yeets. How do I give? 1 sec. Is it like this? Wait. Does that work? Yeah! Oh. The number doesn't show. Let me check. Hey Mau, can you check your yolks again? Now check my yolks. Oh, it didn't work. Whoops. No. I thought it would work. Why did it not work? It's supposed to work. Yolks. Yeah, so I'm supposed to add yolks to everybody. Wait, what if we give yolks? I don't think it works. It's okay, guys. I'm sorry. I will wait. Oh, I know. I have an idea. I will boost giving yolks. I will boost yolk rate for the next few minutes. How about that? That could be a good workaround. Okay, everyone gets 100 yolks per minute. Alright. Anyway, I think Frank got shot. For a bizarre, incongruous moment, you stare at the thing sticking out of Frank's chest. It's a crossbow bolt. Another two lie shattered next to the bar. Having missed their targets, one missed you by a hair's breadth. Uh-oh. He got shot by a crossbow. Turning around, you see figures dressed in black tactical gear storming into the room in eerie silence. Perhaps the flashbang damaged your ears. They drop their tactical crossbows and lift up their rifles. Oh no, that's not good. It's the you-know-who's. Who comes prepared with a crossbow? Frank slumps to the floor. A wooden crossbow bolt will paralyze a vampire, but struck through a human heart it kills. The scent of blood fills the air. Are there stakes? Yeah, I think it is stakes. I'ma run! You're facing a highly trained force of well-armed commandos. There is only one thing to do, run away. You don't even stop to think, just following your reflexes as you duck behind the bar and dive through a staff door as bullets hit the wall next to you. Fortunately, the blessings of the blood don't care whether you're being brave or a coward. The blood speeds up your body as you rush through the back room, past the empty beer cakes and the half-full boxes of liquor bottles. Did it yeet? Did it yeet? Yeet. Or did it break? Ah, it did yeet. Spotting a back door, you burst outside into the night. Running around the corner of the building, you see 4 SUVs parked by the motel's front door, all black with tinted windows. A man and a woman, middle-aged, dressed like detectives, stare at you in surprise as you run past them. One tries to yell something as you stumble to your car, wrench the door open, and turn the ignition. For a terrifying moment, you fumble with the keys, but then the car starts, and you floor it, careening into the highway. You run into ow, 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 ow. You run into Sophie's building past the surprised-looking doorman. Time is of the essence. You pound on the door of Sophie's apartment, more for the sake of your own nerves than because you think it's any help. After a few moments, Sophie herself opens the door and looks at you in surprise. She doesn't have her makeup on, and her hair is disheveled. You've caught her on the night off. What happened to you? As you step into the apartment and follow Sophie to her living room, you see the remains of a party. Empty glasses, a faint smell of blood in the air. You have no time to contemplate Sophie's social life, however. We're being hunted. We're all going to die. Sometimes I regret taking you under my wing. If you don't calm down, I'll feed you to whoever is after me. Sit down and stay calm. I'll check whether this apartment is still secure. You sit down and suddenly conscious of the vast gulf in experience between you and Sophie. She's managed to stay alive for a very long time and knows how to survive. You only hope that you'll survive long with her. For the next hour or so, you sit on Sophie's sofa, answering minute questions about Frank and the commandos who assaulted you. At intervals, she makes murmuring phone calls to mysterious contacts. After a longer while, Sophie lets you go. You should be safe, and more importantly, I should be safe too. I've taken measures to secure both our havens, but keep your eyes open nonetheless. You leave Sophie's apartment wondering whether you survive another ambush like this. You're at rest. A piece of paper is sticking out of your mailbox. It's a computer printout, a note and a screenshot from Google Maps. It reads, "Meet me at the indicated spot tomorrow at 10 p.m. I'll pick you up and we'll take it from there." No signature. The place marked on the map is the lookout point near Pier 1, just next to the Brooklyn Bridge. You check the phone that Mia passed on to you. No new messages, no missed calls. It's all a bit fishy, but there's only one way to find out who addressed this to you. Oh, thank you for summoning Goober mode. Looks like tomorrow evening has been planned out for you. You go downstairs as soon as you wake up. One more glance at the phone, but no news from Mia. You take the car down to Brooklyn, park on Front Street, and approach the meeting spot cautiously. A figure of about Mia's size is standing there, dressed in an oversized jacket and looking out towards Manhattan. As you approach, you can hear her muttering something. Is it true? But I do not think it true. If I do not think it true, then it cannot be true. And if it cannot be true, then... Are you the one who left the note? The woman turns around. It's not Mia. Whoever it is, you have never seen her before. She looks perfectly plain and unmemorable. The ink on the paper did the message leave. The ink on the paper did your face here ring. You turn around. 3 men, all of them burly and threatening, approach you. One of them takes the lead. So you got the message. What's this about? We're taking a trip, friend. The boss wants to meet you. Talk? What? You gotta be shitting me. Talk ain't the boss of jack shit. I mean Boss Callahan, you dumbass. I suggest you get a move on. You got places to be. The voice of the woman keeps creeping into your consciousness, the litany of gibberish ever present throughout the entire conversation. The man cracks his knuckles. No, we can do it the hard way. Okay, fine, let's go. Smart. They lead you down the pier and onto a motorboat. The engine starts. Put this on. He points to a cloth side. One of the guys is holding you down. The woman is still there, whispering to herself. Somehow you hear her voice clearly in your head. It becomes a nagging suggestion to put the sack over your head. You don't really want to do it, but your hands go through all the motions the same. It takes 15 or so minutes to reach your destination, you think. The engine dies down, and you are led on shore and up, and then further, up an incline, and through some overgrowth. Ow, 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 ow. 10 more minutes of walking, maybe, until a deep voice reaches their ears. Vincent, my dear boy, why the hood over our guest's face? Oh, boss, I thought... No, that will not do. How many times do I have to repeat myself, Vincent? You don't have to think. You have to listen and do what you're told, yes? Can you add sound effect to yeet? Oh, is it not loud enough? It's supposed to have a sound effect. One sec. Okay, let's try it again. Yeet. Oh yeah, it's very soft. One sec. Try again. Bigyeet. Oh. So cooldown. Okay, small yeet. Okay, I think it's still soft. Let me adjust it. One sec. Ba-bam. How do I... Oh wait, I think it's from here. Ow, 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 ow. One sec. Let me adjust the volume of the yeet. Okay, try again. You could hear it's small. Okay, maybe now. Okay, that's too loud. Sorry. Okay, how about now? Is that better? Is the small yeet good? The small yeet volume? Okay, that's good. Okay, thanks. Oh. Oh my god.
Mare super chatted $5.00. I always think that
Ow.
over here shop at 24-hour Kmart's, a discount department store.
Ow.
Otherwise, how would they clothe themselves?
Actually, that's a really good idea. You go to the 24-hour store to get your fashion. Or maybe you can ask someone to shop for you, but yeah. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for $5. Okay, yes boss. Well, take that ridiculous sack off... Wait, hold on. Take that ridiculous sack off their head, would you? The hood comes off. This is a weird place. The hood comes off. The owner of the deep voice is a curious sight. Dressed in what can be only be described as Victorian clothing, with a monocle and graying red head. This is Callahan. Apologies for... Apologies for Vincent's unsusceptible behavior. You can be a little thick sometimes. Isn't that right, Vincent? This is not a good voice for myself. Yeah, boss. Sometimes. A little. I believe you already know who I am. Your boss, Callahan. Right you are. And I'm guessing you know my role in the city. I represent the Anarch movement, while you... I'm not quite sure what you represent. I have invited you here to find out. Now let me make myself perfectly clear. I am disappointed in you. Truly disappointed. But I arranged this meeting to allow you to make amends. First, though, I have to make sure you understand what your infraction was. So, do you know why you're here? Because I wanted to meet with Talk? Ah yes, you're not stupid, so that's a nice change of pace. Talk is the reason you're here. Or that little angry strumpet of his is. I'm told, yes, Mia. Oh, how I'd love to get my hands on her gaunt neck and wring it until it breaks. But see, I'm a statesman, and that's not the prudent thing to do. No, indeed, the prudent thing to do is tolerate both her and that blasted ebony-skinned mentor of hers. You folk call yourself Afro-American, correct? Oh, Jesus Christ, it's racist. Bah! Back in my day, we knew what being African-American meant, and it sure as hell didn't mean being black. Oh no, she's so racist. Finish with your disgusting rant yet? Yo, Fletchling, you have no idea who you're messing with. He looks at you with rage in his eyes, and you feel insignificant and vulnerable. An irrational fear takes over you. You cannot speak up against this man again. You just can't. He's too terrifying. Now that I have your full attention, I will request something from you, and you will obey me to the letter. But that comes later. First, you will answer a few questions. The first of which, who pointed you to Mia? It's my idea. Oh, really? And what was your intention behind the meeting? I just wanted to contact Torque. Had to go through Mia. Ah, yes, the so-called veteran loves to use petite girls to hide behind, I heard. That would check out. What did you end up discussing? I just wanted her to explain anarchs. Oh, child, you should have come to me then. I am the anarch movement in the New York City, and nobody makes a secret out of it. You bet on the wrong horse, as I'm sure you'll learn. See, that wasn't how now, was it? Of course, I can't be sure of how much you told me was true, and how much of it is worth about as much as yesterday night's horseshit. But I'll find out. I always do, and when I do, we'll have another one of these talks. And maybe, just maybe, you'll avoid this upcoming unpleasant episode next time. He gives Vince a sigh, and the burly man starts hitting you all over. You feel teeth, ribs, and fingers break. Your foot is mangled under Vince's boot, your shoulder dislocated, your nose wrecked. That's enough business. Leave them be. He snaps his fingers in front of your face a few times and checks if you can focus on his face. You can, but barely. I am a man of principle. Another night, I would have perhaps put you in a casket, dip it in concrete, and dump it in the Hudson. A favorite of mine during the Roaring Twenties. Ah, it's been a while. But like I mentioned before, I am nothing but prudent, and so the interests of this city's kindred must come before my own needs and wants. I will therefore let you continue your existence. Here's what I require in return for this boon. You are forbidden to meet Talk. I will keep an eye on you, on him. If you want a place with the anarchs, you go through me, and only me. Got it? You have to understand, what I made my associates do to you tonight was just business. We can still work out a mutually beneficial relationship. In fact, it's either that or your final death. Time to go, Vincent. Take the boat back. Leave the fledgling here. I think they have a lot to think about. Sure thing, boss. Pleasure making your acquaintance. I have funny voice. Callahan walks away, as do Vince and his band of thugs. You lie on the ground for a while longer, feeling the blood slowly putting your body back together, your hunger growing. You can hear the beast calling, for sustenance, for safety, for revenge, a distant but pronounced desire. It's not until you mend yourself enough to appear more as a mugging victim than an impossibly mangled walking cadaver that you hail a passing taxi and head back to your haven. The whole way there, you are tempted by the beast, your driver, a 30-something with a long Slavic accent and an unpronounceable name on his ID, keeps asking if he should drive you to the hospital. You keep declining, all the while thinking that if you asked him to pull over for 5 minutes, you could feast on his warm blood to the beast's content, drink him whole, nobody would know. Nobody but his wife and kids if he has them. Nobody but his boss and co-workers. Nobody but you as you look in the mirror tomorrow. Keeping your hunger at bay was never before as difficult as it is tonight. The driver stops at your apartment building. There is nobody around. You can do it. Do it now. Now. No, we're not eating the taxi driver. You pay the driver and walk out fast. Leave the car behind. Don't look back. Look back, walk back, feed. No, through the door, up the stairs, key in the lock, open the apartment, walk in, lock yourself in. The familiar four walls of your haven are a blessing. The beast inside you keeps nagging, but you keep it at bay tonight. Not a small feat, given your state. You're still weak. You're still not quite mended. You need to rest. Tomorrow, you will have to feed again. Blood banks? We might have them, but who knows. Tomorrow, you will have to consider your next move. Callahan is not the kind of man who quits, but tonight, you rest. Okay, guess we're resting. Did we just waste an entire day? Waking up tonight feels different for two reasons. For one, you are pleasantly surprised that your body mended reasonably well while you were resting. It comes with a caveat though. The hunger you feel is pronounced. The beast like a black dog on the edge of your vision, following you. But what is truly remarkable is waking up to the tune of an old cell phone ringtone. An unknown number is calling on the phone you got from Mia. You pick it up. Keep that old thing charged after all, huh? You alright? I feel like shit. Look, that's too bad, but I don't really care. I was just being polite. I'm calling with good news. Talk has agreed to meet you. There's a pub in the Bronx. Solids and stripes. Be there tonight. 2 things. No drinking on the premises, so if you want to grab a snack, do it before setting foot in the borough. And this is an exclusively no-powers meeting. We'll be rubbing shoulders with commoners the whole evening, and also we don't trust you, so keep it casual, or you blow it. Anything you'd like to add? Will you protect me from Callahan? I met him yesterday. He kicked my ass and forbade me from eating talk. Silence on the line. Fuck. More silence. Can't promise you any protection on your way there or back, but at the club, you'll be in Talk's domain. For all his posturing, Callahan doesn't have the balls to strike Talk directly. We'll post additional lookouts on watch, and that's the best I can do. If Callahan got under your skin, I get it. I was in that spot once or twice, too. All I've got to say is, the risk is worth it. If you don't show tonight, I won't blame you, but it's a one-time offer only. You gotta hedge your bets. Just don't do anything stupid. You meet with us tonight, it better be in good faith. She ends the call. First things first, you take the subway to York Street Station, walk to Front Street, retrieve your car, and weigh your options while driving back to your haven. Feed first. You've been doing this for a few good nights. You're getting a feel of it. You're learning what kind of predator you are and what kinds of blood you crave. You're so caught up in yesterday's problems and in this cloak and dagger debacle that you're now proud of that the hunt feels almost automatic and casual tonight. A fragment of you surrenders control. Just minutes after you find your victim, coax them, and drink from them, you find you've forgotten their face and how they were dressed. It only hits you once when you look at yourself in the car's rearview mirror. This was wrong. You can't let this become the norm. You hurt somebody, a human being. You're a monster. You need to stay mindful of this. You're a monster, but unless you let yourself off the hook, you can hold on to your humanity and not let yourself slide down the spiral. Instead of clearing your mind, this clouded it further, and you are You are still no closer to a decision. Go to the meeting directly. Dangerous or not, you have to make the trip to Bronx and meet with Talk. No detours, best just get it over with. You take some basic precautions as you enter Talk's turf. You park a few streets over from where the pub is, and walk towards it while keeping an eye out for anyone suspicious. That kindred, for the most part, look no different than regular people. Makes things complicated, of course. If you're being followed or watched, it's gonna be hard to tell. You reach the pub and shoot a final glance around. There's nobody suspicious around as far as you can see, and open the door. The smell of cigarettes is overwhelming. The whole place has an aura about it, a constant fog hanging around the ceiling. The lethargic fans do nothing to disperse it. The constant crack of billiard balls and clinking of glasses tell you all you need to know about the clientele. Not a very vampiric place after all. You're wondering if you got the address right. You apparently did. Mia's here. She motions you over to one of the few tables around. Took your sweet time to get here. What, got cold feet? Never mind. Anyone follow you? Not that I know of. Fair enough. Before I introduce you, there's some outstanding business to discuss. You should know it's Talk who wanted to meet with you. I was against it. You proved pretty useless with Bruce. Carol, the bartender, mentioned you made an effort though, so there's that, I guess. Here's your second chance at a first impression. Don't waste his time or I'll kick you out myself. You walk towards one of the tables. A guy in a coat and hat leans over to take his shot. It's way ahead of his opponent. The table is clear of his balls, save for the 8-ball in its tricky position. Hey, they're here. Be with you in just a moment. The hit is fast, precise, and sends the black ball exactly where the player wanted it. His opponent lets out a frustrated sigh. That's that. I believe that's 150 American dollars, Joey. You gotta pay up now or up the stakes again. The disgruntled man accepts his defeat and pays up, then declares he's going to grab another beer. To the victor go the spoils. Thank you kindly. He turns his full attention to you. The man is good looking, if someone gaunt and intense. His eyes especially seems to pierce right through to your core, but not in an unpleasant way. Name's Talk. I believe you're Shat. Sophie's Landley's new plaything. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, Mia told me as much. Forgive my being real with you right off the bat. I'd like to know who is it I'm dealing with. So here's something I've been scratching my head about. If you're with Langley, and Langley's cam through and through, I'm told, what is it you've come to accomplish here tonight? Sophie wants to meet with you. Don't ask why, she didn't tell me. She just said it has to do something with gathering allies against Callahan. I'm here to arrange that meeting. The fuck? I knew nothing about this, T. They lied to me. Mia's furious. She's looking at the pool cue and at you as if she was figuring out the best combination for the two. It's fine. I appreciate the honesty. Even if you weren't straight with my second in command. That I don't appreciate. Well. Ain't that an interesting position? You can't be seriously thinking about meeting with Langley. She's hardline cam. It's a trap, it must be. It might be. It just might. He looks at you, pierces you with his unnaturally keen eyes. He's about to say something when the door opens at the back of the room. Hey, Talk, you got a guess. They're in the back. Mia, won't you be a dear and keep our new friend company? We'll see what the commotion is. Sure thing. Talk tips his hat to you and walks to the back, joining the man who called for him. Mia glowers at you, this time weighing one of the pool balls in her hand. She looks like she has half a mind to chuck it at your face. You gotta be quite happy with yourself, bluffing your way here. So, it's not just Sophie I'm here for. Might have started as a task from Sophie, but I'm glad I could meet you and talk. Don't hold it against me. No, I'm totally gonna hold it against you. And for a while, you made me look like a chump in front of Talk. Yeah, I was beginning to think you might make a good addition to our little family. There's a whole lot of trust you have to regain before that happens now. Talk appears from a room at the back and calls across the room. Yo, Mia, can I grab you for a second? Wait, that's not his voice. Chat, get over here too. You go to the back room. It's basically a storage area with a single wooden desk. It's pretty cramped, especially considering there are 5 other people in there with you. Talk ushers you in and closes the door behind you and Mia. 2 burly dudes are holding somebody down. A familiar voice reaches your ears. Motherfuckers, you're gonna pay for this, you hear me? The boss gonna fuck you up so bad you have no idea. Have you had the doubtful pleasure of meeting Mr. Cerruti before, Chad? Yeah, we met yesterday. You're so fudge you don't even know it, you stupid piece of shit. I should have handled you yesterday. The boss told you to stay away. You should have listened. That's a story and a half, ain't it? Vince, calm down now and tell me how many of you guys are still out there on my turf, Go fudge yourself, you're done. The boss will know this stupid page of shit finishing came here. You know you're with Langley. You know what that means, Torg. No, I don't. What does that mean, Vince? Now the boss can wipe you out. He'll just say, or I can't say that. Well now, if that's the case, I guess ridding in New York City of your toady ass won't make things any worse, will it? Actually, here's an idea. Vince mentioned that he beat you up yesterday. Did I hear that right, Chad? You want to repay the favor? Sure. Go right ahead. Oh, I can't. Okay, I guess I'll punch you. You hit Vince once, twice. He's chuckling in the beginning, but you focus your blood for some extra oomph and keep hitting him again, more, until he stops laughing. He's bruised, battered, and broken. The 2 anarch dudes let go of him, and you kick him some more while he's on the floor. You only stop when you hear Torque's voice. Enough's enough, Chad. He takes an old pool cue and breaks it over his knee. Stick him and take him downstairs. Let's keep Callahan guessing about what happened to his favorite puppy. Mia takes a sharp piece of wood and jams it into Vince's chest. His features glow slack, his entire body inert. He doesn't give out a yelp. The other 2 anarchs take him out of the room. As entertaining as that was, I think Vince, in his unmatched wisdom, shared more than Callahan would hope for. This changes things. Ever heard about Operation Lights Out, Chad? It was a Second Inquisition effort here in New York City. A single night of raids at a magnitude never seen before, or since. The Ivory Tower got away with just a few losses here and there. No major players were hit. They managed to find safe spots and stay out of the eye of the shitstorm. Us, though, we got hit hard, all over town. Havens were rooted out, entire coteries and safe houses gone, just like that. Nobody saw it coming. I barely got out in one piece. Mia looks at him with concern and puts a hand on his arm. He shrugs it off, gently but surely. Others, like my child, Barb, or Mia's sire, distinguish. Thank you for goobermode. But you know who got out without a scratch? Callahan. We've thought about it for the past few years. How is it that Big B managed to excuse himself from the Staten Island Museum where we used to meet just before vans full of guys in body armor show up? How is it that as my baby is burning up after being shot with incendiary rounds, I also see Doug Callahan running with his tail between his legs, pushing fledglings like you in the path of the SI? We think the bastard knew what was coming, and he set us up. Not just us. Some of our brothers and sisters who got hit had some of the lowest profiles in the city's lick population. The moral of the story? Callahan is an opportunistic motherfucker, and if even his thickest followers suggest he's gonna sell me out, then that's what he's gonna do, as sure as the sun rises. He pauses for a moment, and you see him reach a decision. He says something about Langley having an offer for me. It might be your fault in part that I'm at this juncture, but now it's going to be as good a time as any to listen to what she has to say. Your fudge is a bad word. It's a bad word. I don't think that's wise, T. Well, what would you have me do, then? You said it yourself. It's all this fleshling's fault. They brought this on us, so let's use them as a bargaining chip. Callahan wants them. Langley needs them. They're valuable. Me, I'm just a pawn. That's why Sophie sent me here. Plausible deniability and all that. I'm expendable. The realization that you summarized the entirety of the last 2 weeks or so hits you hard, but if there was a moment to be honest with yourself, it's now. Fudge. The man put his hand on Mia's shoulder. She calms down a bit. We're afraid, Chad. But then, what else is new? It's a paradox being who we are. The hunter one night, the hunted another, masters of the night, slaves to dawn, a duality of everything. Mia, I understand your concern, but I need you to trust me like you did before. This is my call and my responsibility. You can give me shit about it later, I'm sure you will. Count on it. He smiles, then takes on a no bullshit look and points at you. 3 conditions. First, you come to pick me up personally and bring me to the meeting spot. Anything goes sideways, it's your ass. Second, Mia's coming with me. No 2 ways about it. 8 eyeballs in the meeting. The 2 of you, the 2 of us, nobody else. And third, the meeting is in public. Downtown, some spot frequented by mortals. We see you take us anywhere fishy, we check out and flood you up as a message to Langley. I count on it not coming to that, though. You seem likable enough. The cam hasn't gotten its talons in you yet. Keep it up and maybe you'll come to the same conclusion we did in your own time. Okay, I'll repeat your condition to Sophie. You do that. Best be on your way. Ask for me here when you need me. The bartender knows how to get in touch. Just ask him to put the owner on the line. Mia walks you to the door and accompanies you to your car. Listen, about what I said before. Yeah, what about it? I panicked. That was all that was. It was unfair, what I said. If anything, it's my fault. I'm angry with myself, and that makes me angry with you. I'll forget it. See ya. She starts walking back to the bar as you start the engine and head back to Sophie's apartment. Time to give Sophie the good news. She welcomes you as openly as ever, clearly excited to see you and for what news you might bring. Good evening, chat. How is your task going? You have something for me, perhaps? I did what you asked. The meeting is set up. Excellent. Experience any problems? Callahan forbade me from meeting talk. Boss Callahan's goons grabbed me yesterday and forced me to meet with them. It was very clear that I cannot be seen talking to talk or he'll have me killed. I went and did it anyway. I appreciate your dedication. I really do. I'm sorry if you got hurt. Thank you for following through. Well, let's hear it. What did talk agree to? You relay the Anarch's leader's conditions. You are to pick him up. You are to pick him and Mia up. The meeting should only include the 4 of you, and it should be held in a public space. Those are all fair enough, although I do worry about that Mia character. Tell me, do you think she's trustworthy? Yeah, I'll trust her. We can too, I think. Very well. As for the place, I wonder if they would agree to meeting in Hudson Yards, the vessel. Plenty of tourists visit that place, but if we go there after midnight... She seems to have made up her mind. Yes, bring them there tomorrow night. Look for me near the top level. What will you discuss with them? You'll be there to find out. Pick them up at midnight, then drive back to Midtown. That's the plan. I'll be waiting as long as it takes. Within reason. I'm counting on you, chat. The final puzzle piece is about to find its way to its destination. After that, we will all get our just reward. You, me, the Camarilla, even the addyolks. I could kiss you. Yes, you like that. You desire it. She must have caught in your expression. She smiles. The figure of speech, darling. Or at least, it is tonight. But a few nights from now, who knows? I am growing fond of you, and success whets my appetite for these kinds of things. The sexual tension in the room becomes unbearable, until it suddenly disappears. Was this another one of Sophie's tricks, or an actual spark of arousal in both of your undead bodies? You suddenly felt the blood flow through you for a short warm moment. The warmth, I'm not gonna say that word, takes you by surprise. You didn't think you could do that anymore. Or did you just imagine it? Use the rest of the night well, chat, and rest. We are but a day's sleep away from shaking this city awake. This is getting too adult. No, it's fine, it's fine. We can do, I think, one last quest, but I don't think we can finish this quest. Somebody's watching me. You're in your haven when the intercom rings. Answering cautiously, you hear an older male voice. Hello, I'm calling because a friend asked me to come by and offer you my services. What do you mean services? You know, services. You know what I'm talking about. The man sounds strangely excited, breathing hard. Is this a sex thing? No, or I mean, not in that way. I know you're one of them. Please, it's all right. I don't mind. You can drink with me if you understand what I mean. A man you've never seen before is paying a visit to an apartment not many people know of, offering you to feed from him. Okay. Let's continue this face to face. That's a wonderful idea. Silence. A minute passes and you hear a knock on the door to your haven. You cautiously open the door. A stranger looks at you sheepishly. He's in his 30s, dressed in a clean business suit. He looks moderately successful, someone you could meet in an investment bank. I'm sorry, I didn't want to intrude, so that's why I called from downstairs. Come in. I was hungry anyway. The man looks comically satisfied as you usher him into your haven. He barely waits for you to close the door before he loosens the collar of his shirt, closes his eyes, and bares his neck in quivering expectation. You look at the man, taken aback by such forwardness. Figuring that you didn't invite the man here for a chat, you lean closer, take him in by the shoulders, and sink your fangs into him. This is not an unpleasant way to feed, you reflect as the blood flows into your mouth. The food comes to your door of its own volition. It's Uber. It's Uber food. It's Grab food. The man moans as you drink from him, lost in the ecstasy of the kiss. It feels a little unseemly, but it would be churlish to begrudge him his pleasures. Taking care not to drink too much, you let go of the man after licking his wounds closed. Suddenly you're startled by a surprising sight. A woman, not very old, strangely dressed, is looking you intently, only an arm's length away. Before you can react, the mysterious woman opens your front door and vanishes from sight, leaving you to wonder whether you really saw her at all. As you stare confused, the man you drank from slips out of your haven and into the hallway, staggering a little from the effects of the kiss. You closed your door, wondering what that was all about. At least you got to feed, if nothing else. And now it's time to rest. You wake up. It's not your haven. It's a cramped space. You try to move your arms and find they're tied to your body. You can barely bend your legs. When you try to stretch your neck, you hit a cold ceiling. I think this is the end of the game, but it's gonna be very long. You can't quite believe it, but this is a coffin, or something else close enough to it. It vibrates slightly, but you can't hear any sounds coming from outside. It's entirely dark. Try to break out. You kick the front of the container. The only reaction is a dull metallic sound. You try using your fists, but there's just not enough room to get a good punch in. It seems pretty hopeless. Some more tries. Nothing. This is bad. Suddenly, the container is moved slightly. A moment of silence. An indistinct male voice, shouting. A muffled shot. Silence again. The lid comes off. What the... What? Oh, it's Agathon. You're here. That's a relief. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush. Same as us and that asshole over there. Follow us and quick. Seeing their faces is surprising, even more in these circumstances. However, you realize the immediate danger and follow your companions out of the car and down a street in North Bronx. Agathon is a sight for sore eyes. Yeah, he's such a dude, bro. Is this what? Hello, Kuluna. Welcome. Welcome, Kuluna. The van has crashed into another car. A familiar face, that of Kaiser's school, Jackie, stumbles out of the wrecked sedan and slinks away into the darkness before you can call after him. The three of you jog away toward the line of the trees and take shelter under some branches, just as you hear a chopper approaching. Its searchlight illuminates the wrecked van and moves towards you. Get on the ground. Agathon takes something out of his pocket. You hear a soft breaking sound and then he just disappears from sight. You look to Hope, but she's not there. You haven't seen any movement, just a tree she leaned against a scant few seconds ago. You're left alone with just seconds to make your move before the spotlight finds you. Deeper into the park. You take off before the light can reach you, and in just a single dash you find a small overgrown mound beneath an old tree. You realize you didn't have to run that far. The searchlight passes through where you were standing just seconds ago, but doesn't actually reach much further into the park. The helicopter flies on, its searchlight frantically moving through the vicinity as your companions once again appear in your proximity. We have an opening. Let's go before the SI decides they want to do another sweep. With the SI? Second Inquisition? What do they have to do with anything? Hope, care to fill them in? Your life is up to this point. Everything you knew, it was a highly advanced VR simulation. Welcome to the real world. Your blank stare is what makes her cry. No, actually, the SI, First Light in this case, I think, raided your haven and took you in. They were just transporting you out of town. Kaiser told us which route they'd take. Kaiser organized this? Why? Why would he do that? In the city of Kaiserino, find somebody who's about to die useful. They simply don't die, Marone. Guess you've kept yourself useful, so good work and keep at it, eh? Speaking of, he's here. Come on. Kaiser's familiar car stops nearby, and the back door opens. Your allies usher you inside and join you. Being inside this mobile fortress never felt like a relief until now. Hey, Fledgling. Miss me? Yeah, actually. I kinda did. Oh, that's so sweet. I hate to break it to you, but I didn't take a sudden liking to you. I'm here on business. You are here now, only because I told your buddies you were neck-deep in shit. That van you were in, a one-way ticket to Hurtville, Pennsylvania. I broke you out as a favor. Now you owe me. Big. Hope snorts. What's so funny, Jester? Hurtville, Pennsylvania. Why, you like it? Yeah, it's literally like the funniest thing I've ever heard. Is there a Usenet where you workshop these bits with other ancient demons? Can I get in? Everyone's a critic. Why didn't I wake up earlier? I told I was picked up 2 nights ago. Why didn't I wake up earlier? The Inquisition aren't dumb. They broke into your place in the middle of the day and staked you as soon as they saw you. Bam! Paralyzed. Brought you to the cloisters and examined you a bit. If you're walking funny, that's why. Lucky for you, I had an inside man loosen the stake a bit before they packed you in. I have a good idea why the SI hit you, chat. Not that there aren't tons of any good reasons for it. It might have been one of these, for instance. The screens in Kaiser's car flicker, and each of them now shows a short looped clip. It's you, getting into a fight. feeding using one of your powers. You haven't exactly kept a low profile, fledgling. I get it. You're new to this. You didn't know better. Yada, yada, yada. The fact is, the SI has tons of this stuff. Security camera footage, YouTube videos posted by onlookers, social media posts from victims, you name it. Like I said though, I don't think any one of these did you in. Slip-ups happen. The reason I need you walking and talking, chat, is to test a hypothesis of mine. For that, I need you to finish what you're tasked to do. So first things first, here. He hands you a phone. The number has already been dialed. You hear the tone. Somebody picks up. Who is this? It's me, Sophie. Chad, are you okay? They're fine and dandy. Kaiser, what are you doing on this line? What do you think? It's my phone your protege is using, so keep it snappy. Operating a secure network ain't cheap. Come on, chat, spit it out. I got captured by the SI. But I'm fine now. SI? That's what I feared. Listen, the plan. We need to do it. Tonight. But if the Inquisition are involved, and you broke out, they'll be looking for you. So we can't meet in public. Masquerade breaches. Yeah, I know, but the problem is, this happens regardless of what you do. So it's more like, it's not because of like all the selections of being violent and like fighting people and stuff. This is literally just the ending of this game. I have a place in mind, but Kaiser, are you still listening? Would I tell you if I wasn't? Chad, call this number from where you visited before we spoke. I'll come pick you up. She hangs up, and that's that. Well, Chad? Wait. Well, Chad, care to elaborate? I don't need to answer that riddle. I think I've almost arrived at the answer. Sorry to spoil the fun, but I'll answer that particular riddle momentarily. Don't worry at all, I can throw a few other ones your way after our mutual acquaintance continues with their night. If my intel is worth a damn, your next stop, Chad, is right about here. The car comes to a stop and the door opens. Outside, you see the street leading to Solid and Stripes, Talks Pool Club. Pool Pub. Well, you need me to kick you out? What about my companions? About Agathon and Hope? What about them? They're staying right where they are. We're gonna have a little chat. After we're done, I'll make sure to find our way back to their havens just fine. The clock is ticking. I think I know what Sophie wants to do tonight. And if I'm right, tonight's the last chance you've got. You want to say bye to your buddies before you go? That's fine by me. But that schedule of yours is pretty hectic, so you better do it now and scram. Thank you. Thank you, bye-bye. You thank both of your companions for their assistance. Without them, you wouldn't be here now. Kaiser makes a gagging gesture and urges you to step out of the car. You turn around and make your way to the bar. The door closes behind you and Kaiser's limo starts moving again. You hope your companions won't have to pay too high of a price for helping you. Your Solids and Stripes is pretty much abandoned tonight, with only the bartender and one bleary-eyed local watching an old Bogart movie on the bar screen. You ask to use the phone and call Sophie first. Yes? I'm at the bar. Good. We'll be there in 15 minutes. If Talk's not there, notify him. We need to move and fast. She hangs up. You tell the bartender to notify Talk, just like the anarch leader mentioned you should. The man makes a short call. You only hear somebody picking up, but no words exchanged. The owner's on his way right now. Can I get you anything while you're waiting? You served a special stuff? The bartender raises an eyebrow. The special reserve, you mean? Sorry, I can only serve to a narrow selection of the owner's friends. It's a rough night. Give me a break. Just a sip. I don't know, I really shouldn't. What the hell, you really look like you need it. He takes out a bottle from a safe behind the counter and pours a bit of brown liquid into a glass. It's whiskey. There, enjoy. Your disappointment is palpable. At least it smells nice. Talk comes in 10 minutes later, without Mia. He tips his hat to you, puts a hand on the bleary-eyed patron's shoulder, and says something to it under his breath. They both laugh. Marty, how's the night going? Quiet, sir. Just how you like it, huh? Toke notices the untouched glass with a bit of whiskey in it that you persuaded the bartender to pour. For me, you shouldn't have. He takes the glass and drinks the liquid, moving it around in his mouth before swallowing. He looks at you in the eye. Sure, I won't keep it in forever, but the night when I don't enjoy the taste of good whiskey is the night when I truly consider myself damned. Well, Chad, I believe you wanted me here for a reason. Let's hear it. You're about to tell him what brought you here when the doors to the bar open and Sophie walks in, all splendor and charisma. The patrons' eyes are now glued to her, and so are the bartenders. Toke isn't happy with the sight. Well, this isn't what we agreed on, Chad. Can I explain? We had to improvise. Things got complicated. We had to improvise. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I believe Chad already told you why I'm here. Not in any detail, and the circumstances of our meeting were supposed to be different. So, Miss Langley, tell me why I shouldn't ask you to leave and kick out your protege while I'm at it. He will like what I have to say. Yeah, and I've heard that line 100 times, but 99 of those ended with somebody getting hurt, and that's not something I'm in the mood for tonight. We are wasting time. There is a unique opportunity we should take advantage of, and we only have an hour or so to discuss it before it will be time to act. My driver is waiting outside. Wait a goddamn minute. First of all, I'm not going anywhere without Mia. That was the deal. Second, it's Chad who was supposed to do the driving, not your servant. Both serve me, so it's really of little difference. The circumstances change and we had to adapt. Don't be stubborn. Foolishness doesn't suit you. I have a secure spot in mind where we can talk. I'll stop you right there. Toke is seething, but he's keeping a lid on his anger. His voice barely changes. My conditions were clear. The way I see it, you want to break each one of them. I see no reason at all to agree to any of this. I believe I'll be staying put tonight. You have places to be, yes? Toke, you're throwing away the only chance you have at challenging Callahan. Don't be a fool. The lid comes off. Call me a fool one more time, woman, and that's not the only thing I'm going to be throwing. Shelfie? I don't really care about Shelfie. Shelfie talks right. This does sound like a setup. I wouldn't trust you either in this situation. You dare? She slaps you, fast and hard. The sound reverberates in the mostly empty bar. Toke smiles. See, Chad, that's the cam in a nutshell. You obey them to the letter, or they put you in your place. It's Sophie who's seething now. I don't have any more time for this charade. Fine, stay here, both of you, if that's what you want to do. What was I thinking, risking my reputation for you, Chad? Shots break the front windows and a flashbang goes off in the room, changing the bar into a space of white light and ringing noise. You feel somebody tugging at your back and are thrown behind the bar. More shots ring out. Bottles break and TVs shatter into pieces. The wooden bar splinters. Your sight comes back, but you think you've gone deaf because suddenly the room is silent. You see Toke beside you and Mare, the bartender, bleeding out on the floor. You look over the bar. Sophie is standing there. Her dress is partially tattered, a visible hole in her leg. She is like the heart of a supernova, entrancing, unavoidable, beautiful, and terrifying. In front of her are 8 operatives, looking like a private military force, just standing there, paralyzed by Sophie's magnificence. Toke, you still there? Yeah. Would you kindly show your guests some hospitality? Sure thing. The anarch is gone in the blink of an eye, and he reappears next to one of the soldiers. The armor-clad operative's head disappears in a puff of blood and bone. The same thing happens to the second, the third. You hear the radios go off on the other soldier's shoulders. A panicked voice pleading them to wake up. The fourth head pops. The fifth. They finally realize what's happening, but it's too late. The sixth man is beheaded by what you just now see is Toke's bare-fisted punch. Toke stops by the 7th man, rips something off his neck, and bites down. Sophie walks over to the last man and has him kneel in front of her before biting as well. On your right, a man in full body armor emerges from the back door, raising his assault rifle. What the fuck? Grab his attention. Hey, over here! The man turns, and for a very scary split second, you are looking directly down the barrel of an automatic rifle. Why can't we just love each other and not kill? They're the one who wants to kill us. In the next moment, an impact throws him all the way back away into the back room, and he crashes into the wall. Tog grins at you, and standing in the exact same spot where the soldier was just a second before. You comfy down there? Langley. Sophie wipes her mouth of blood and looks at him. The meeting's still an item? Yes. I'll take it. Splendid. Tog walks behind the bar and checks on the bartender. You see the Anarch open his own wrists and feed blood to the wounded man. Drink up, Marty. It'll make you feel better. Get the hell out of here and wait for Mia. She's coming and she'll know what to do. Talk? Yeah, coming. I'll take the back door. Chat, come on. You slink back into an alley behind the bar, leaving 10 bodies and one grievously wounded ghoul behind. Nobody stops you from circling around the block and finding your way to Sophie's car. Gregory drives away casually, as if this was just another late-night drive and not the crowning of a desperate, complicated evening. The sense of irony is just overwhelming. The place where Sophie brought Tog turns out to be the very same apartment in which you were embraced. The way she explains it, the vampire who owned it left the city a few years ago and gave away spare keys to a few trusted compatriots. It's been used sporadically since. Fancy. You like it? It always felt too modern for my tastes, but what's important is that it's secure. As long as nobody followed your car here, or the fleshling, trouble follows this one wherever they go. Even if that's the case, we have very little time to conduct our business here anyway, and we'll be leaving soon, I hope. So let's begin. I must stay silent. You look at Sophie, excited. Finally, you will learn what it's that you've been working towards for more than a week, and what is it that Kaiser wanted you to participate in. I have it on good authority that Boss Callahan is bloodbound to Prince Panhard. Talk sucks air in loudly. That's an accusation and a half there, Langley. Got proof? No, but we're just a boat ride away from getting it. What's that supposed to mean? Chad, the address that I procured from Kaiser was the meeting spot for Panhard's and the Baron's regular sharing of blood and other bodily fluids, if the rumors are true. Wait, Kaiser knew about this? Is there anything that insufferable clump of dead skin doesn't know in this city? He knows things, but only shares them if you pay. Neither the prince nor Callahan can touch him. He's too useful. Aren't you afraid that Kaiser will betray you? Maybe they know we'll be coming because Kaiser told them. I consider that this might be the case. If that's what happened, then it's already done. This was an ever-present risk, but if it hasn't stopped me thus far, it won't now. I don't like that he's involved, but then again, I've been in the city long enough to know he's usually involved in some way. What was the address he gave you? They meet regularly on Ellis Island. In fact, their next scheduled meeting starts in just around half an hour. Oh, damn. I'm guessing you want to crash that meeting. Why? So you can see the proof for yourself, so that I can make sure too, and so that I have an extra pair of eyes for Panhard to consider when I present to her my ultimatum. The prince must abandon her seat and leave New York City. She can go wherever she pleases, but if she stays, the entire court will know, and the next prince might not look favorably on her past. Dealing with anarchs, especially so closely, is a punishable offense in the Camarilla, as I'm sure you've heard. So I did. Talk strokes his beard and looks intently at Sophie. What exactly are you trying to accomplish here? Say you remove Panhard, and I even remove Callahan. Then what? Talk, did you ever wonder why Callahan is keeping you in check? Because I wondered why the prince condemns anarchs during her visits to Elysium, but doesn't allow the ivory tower to challenge you. She, or they, have engineered the status quo not for the good of their sex, but for private gain. They keep us all in line, because it lets them hold on to power that much longer. And your goal is what? Make this Cold War turn hot? Not a great plan. You cammies will get your butts kicked out in New York City in no time. If you anarchs manage to organize, which I doubt you will, At any rate, it's a risk I am willing to take. I must stand alone in this. This entire operation has been years in the making. Talk, I'm offering you a chance to square things with Callahan and level the playing field. If we get rid of these two, we can start on equal footing at the next stage of this dance macabre. Why am I here listening to all this? I understand you needed me to set this meeting up, but why am I here? It's a precaution. In a way, it's a shame this Mia you told me about did not make it in time to listen to this too. I can still call her, but it'll probably be an hour before she gets here. We can't wait that long. You will have to suffice, chat. I am risking the princess or even Callahan's wrath. While I don't think they would dare to lay a finger on me, another set of eyes to watch over the meeting can't hurt. And I did promise I would explain everything in time, didn't I? You know, after all those years spent in Callahan's shadow and taking part in the kindred dick measuring contest, I should expect a rouse, some ploy to kill me in an out-of-the-way place. That's our inherent paranoia talking. My gut tells me it's time to get this show started. I do hope you have a boat nearby, Langley. Sophie smiles mischievously. Of course I do. It's waiting for us by the pier. Lead the way then. Moonlight's burning. The three of you leave the apartment and walk toward the pier. Nobody seems to be following you. You get on a small patrol boat and double time it through the Hudson's cold, dark waters. Out of all the places in New York City, and where... Okay, 1 second. Okay. Out of all the places in New York City where the prince and the baron could meet, and it's at this island, a landmark with a dark past, a museum on one hand, a dilapidated piece of history on the other. Why vampires are written as humans and not vampires? No, they are vampires. They just have vampire politics. You leave the boat and make your way to the southern part of the island, paying no heed to the renovated tourist attractions on the northern side. You expected some resistance, a night guard, a helicopter flying overhead, or maybe a New York Police Department patrol boat. Nothing. The island seems completely deserted. It's clear that this sets Sophie on edge. She's moving as quietly and subtly as ever, but you can see that she's eager to reach the particular house, as her intel pointed out. Talk is following suit, grimly determined, flashing his piercing gaze all over, still clearly uncertain that this isn't some kind of con. Finally, you see it, light coming from a window in one of the buildings at the edge of the island. The three of you slowly creep closer to the building and take a look inside the window. There it is, Callahan, kneeling in front of the prince, sucking on Panhard's wrists, both fully clothed, a small blessing. Talk makes his move, and before Sophie can stop him, he busts through the building's doors. It all happens very quickly. Talk grabs Callahan by the shoulders and throws him through the still open door. Callahan hits the ground hard. Talk appears on top of him and starts punching. You fucker, you piece of shit. Stop. The prince's voice takes hold for just long enough to make Talk relent, which the Baron uses to his fullest. He shoves Talk off himself and tries to bite down. Prince, call off your lapdog. Langley, what's the meaning of this? The two anarchs break apart, both wounded, but neither is done yet. They look at one another with pure hatred. Kill the bitch, Helene, but leave the fledgling to me. Right after I deal with the shit tonight, I'm gonna... A shrill, unpleasant laugh fills the air. You know who it belongs to. So entertaining. Truly, it feels almost a shame to break up this spectacle. But alas... Thomas. Who the fuck is this joker? Ah yes, I don't think we've met. Though I did hear a lot about you, Mr. Talk. My name is Thomas Arturo, and I... Callahan uses this moment of uncertainty to strike. He's still too slow for Talk, who throws the boss onto the lawn where the two exchange blows once again. Helene, if you'd be so kind as to ask your friend to not hurt our guest too much. Callahan, don't kill him. This time, Callahan comes out on top and grabs Talk in an iron hold. Your companion struggles, but can't quite break away. I will not be denied, Helene. Not this time. You will do as I command. And she would, it was I command Douglas, oh boy. What? Like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. I feel I need to break up this little spectacle. It's been going on for much too long. You think you're so smart, Langley. You and your clique figured out that there was something fishy going on all on your own, but you was always working with just a piece of the puzzle. Wasn't she, Chad? Sophie looks to you, shocked and disappointed. What do you talk about, Arturo? What I'm talking about, you ask. You, fledgling. You don't know. How could you? Only I knew. And your sire, of course. They're the one who agreed to embrace you after some negotiations. You hear a scream and a cuss. It's Callahan, whose arm has been nearly ripped off his body. Talk breaks out of the Baron's grasp, but doesn't continue the attack. Instead, he's at the edge of the water in the blink of an eye and disappears into the Hudson. The only trace left of him is his fedora. Another actor going off script at the very end, eh? No matter, let him bring us some amusement now that the production is almost wrapped up. He'll reach his allies. He'll tell everyone of this. Helene, even if we naively assume his nights aren't numbered now that he's in the SI's sights, this show must go on one way or another. Won't hurt to encourage leaks and speculation. Sophie looks at you. How could you, Chad? I saved you. Arturo suddenly appears next to her and slaps her in the face. Langley, what's happened to your self-esteem? You can't really think a simple neonate has outplayed you? Or maybe this oblivious act is your way of groveling for mercy. Thomas, what? You thought that being an expert chess player would always be enough. You never realized that the people at the top simply flip the chessboard over and punch you in the face whenever they don't like how the game is going. He motions to the remaining kindred. But the thing is, you weren't even adept at playing the game you knew. Chat, just another pawn, placed on the board by my associate. You thought they were your piece since you took them in. But who gave you that idea? You return to the night where you were judged by Prince Panhard, the woman in red, Sophie, somebody speaking to her, a man in glasses, the man standing before you now. This is cruel. We know what's going to happen. If only someone would speak up for the poor child, there could be a useful tool for the Camarilla. Terror creeps onto Sophie's face. Of course, those are not the words you heard, were they? No, you were already grasping for some opportunity to further your scheme. I put the bait out, and you took it. Hook, line, and sinker. After that, it was only a matter of time before you started using Chad as your errand boy. No one is quite as easy to track and monitor as a naive fledgling who's just learning the ropes. What is it that you want, Thomas? What do I want? Oh boy, the answer is so simple, but so hard to put into words. Unstable stability, cutting-edge tales of thrills and intrigue that push it to the limit, and then return to you the tried and tested status quo, gently, infallibly. A system full of distractingly moving parts which stimulates conflict so convincingly that its users never feel a need to direct their energy toward upsetting the system. Achieving the eternal through the disposable. Building a city that's like a ship of Theseus, constantly changing its parts, yet always maintaining the same purpose, serving the same goal at all times. A large-scale infrastructure that has something like an exhaust system for the spirit, something that disperses the toxicity around instead of concentrating it in a single place. None of what you're saying makes the slightest bit of sense. Arturo is momentarily stopped in his tracks. He stares into the sky for a few seconds before a sad grin appears on his face. Spoken like someone who's never really had what it takes to make it in the big leagues. With a theatrical snap of his fingers, he gives his last sentence a sense of finality. Something's changed in the air. A woman's shape slinks behind Sophie's back. Goodbye, Sophie. A disheveled woman with what looks to be garden shears appears behind Sophie. Bye-bye, Sophie. I'm sorry. Oh, spaghetti-o! You hear the shears snip. Sophie's red hair conceals her face as her head falls, separated from her shoulders. Silence. Arturo's unpleasant laughter erupts right next to you. Oh, Chat, your career is moving at a breakneck pace, moving up and up and up. Let me congratulate you on your promotion. What do you want from me? What's the rush? I was about to get to that. Helene, feel free to leave us and take the Baron with you. Thomas, I don't think you should... Oh, hello, Dogman. Welcome. She suffered final death. Yeah, she's dead now, for real, for real. Shush. You're just being jealous. Adelaide, escort the prince and dear old Douglas, please. Sure thing, darling. You are left alone next to Sophie's body. You try not to look, but it's hard to ignore her lithe frame decomposing in front of your eyes. Congratulations, you've won this little game. You set out on a suicide mission and successfully brought down the power-hungry wannabe tyrant, even if it probably wasn't the way you imagined it. Now you're free to enjoy paradise again. Life after death, immortality, eternal youth. What they don't tell you is, of course, living in paradise is inherently sinful, where not everyone can partake. But you have time to learn how to live with sin, don't you? He takes a melancholic look at the city skyline surrounding him, the Statue of Liberty and the lights of Manhattan shimmering in the distance. You know, New York taught me to believe in fate. My young life began right here, and it began with utter despair. My first instinct was to drown myself in books and keep reading and reading until literature gave me the piece of wisdom I needed to go on. Oh, when we start doing member streams again, I was thinking of maybe starting it soon, but I'd maybe just like art streams, but maybe do it like not once a week, but like once a couple of, like maybe once every 2 weeks or so. But yeah, just settling into the new job is just like, I'm not too sure about when I can stream. So right now, I know I can stream for like 4 days a week. Personally, I find reading a silly hobby in retrospect. I always had this minuscule hope that the next sentence I'd read could finally bring me salvation, but it never did. It only gave me fuel for this elevated, righteous, intellectual suffering. But the more I read, the easier it was for me to boil every paragraph down to a power relationship, the characters' influence over each other, the writer trying to impress the reader, etc. The strings everyone pulls started to look like strands that weave into the fabric of fate, and once I saw its beauty, I got teary-eyed, my architect instincts kicking into overdrive. I didn't have to submit to fate. All I had to do was cooperate with it and wait for my time to shine, give it my input wherever needed until it trusted me to do more. Thomas steps over what's left of Sophie, wiping his glasses with an elegant claw from his pocket. And it did. Fate let me look after the city. With my architect's tools, I started quietly shaping the streets and its corridors, while Kaiser and his ilk shaped the information flow. And among many tools this process gave me, one of them was a way to reliably come up with useful agents like you. The methods I used were crude at times, but the root was there, and all you had to do was follow it. Some people write rulebook passages, the others plant city arteries. In the end, the effect is the same. Someone always follows. He puts on the glasses and gives you a long, hard look. You know, I have grown fond of you. You did so well. Even when the idiot Callahan tipped the Inquisition off, you still got out. I like that kind of resourcefulness. I could use that kind of resourcefulness. He uncovers his wrist. So take my blood. Just enough so we can start off on the right foot, as a sign of good faith. A sign that you're ready to play in the big leagues, ready to behold the sights I've prepared for you. What do you say, Chad? And that's the end of the game. So it just turns out that someone else was controlling everything from behind the scenes as always. Because that's basically always what happens in Vampire the Masquerade. Someone bigger with more difficult schemings. I don't think there's anything after this. I can hope to skip. Yeah, that's it. Okay, one sec. Is the egg counter back now? Yeah, the egg counter has been back. You do egg. Wait. Oh yeah. Egg is there. Not sure if this is the right number though. But it's okay. You can also do goobermode. It's delayed. Yeah, it's a bit slow. It's delayed because it's a different bot. Delay goobermode, and we can do yeet, bigyeet. Ow. Ow. Yeah. We do yeet and bigyeet now. Shit, I need to. Can we add? It would be fun if we can put eggs. There's always someone else puppering the puppeteer. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Let me Google. Banana. Wait, can I make the bananas bigger? Why can't we throw eggs at you? Because it didn't come with eggs. Like, I would probably want eggs, but I don't see an egg option in the thing. Let's see. How do I make it bigger? How do I make it bigger? That's animation speed. This one's aiming. I don't think I can make it bigger. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. We can throw eggs, but we would need to find like an egg model, like a 3D egg model. At all yolks not working? Yeah, I know it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. I can turn it off. I think that'll be easier. Because otherwise, we'll just keep accidentally using it when it doesn't work anyway. I just turn it off. So that was the end of the game, but... Oh, wait. One sec. Oh gosh, damn it. One sec. Why is it not disappearing? Why is this still the outline? Okay, sorry. I'm still trying to work this. Sometimes it disappears, but now it didn't disappear. Don't use the outline. Oh, now it's just a body. Okay, one sec. Oh, there we go. It disappeared now. I can manually add yolks. Yeah, you just manually add yolks. I think it's easier. Wait, let me look for 3D egg model download. Let's look for a 3D egg model. Big head, big problems. Yeah. Well, the end. Okay, yeah. So it's the end of the game, but I think next week we can start the next game because there are 3 games in this series. Okay. Okay, I'm downloading. What are yolks for? It's a currency, yeah. I'm downloading an egg, but let's see. Not sure if it'll work. Ow. Actually, what kind of files do I need? How to get yolks? Just watch stream. Oh no, it appeared again. How do I turn this off? It's on outline mode, but well. I think it will just appear because I'm trying to change the settings right now. Just watching gives you yolks. Yeah, it does. Import model. Accepted files. Oh, okay, wait. This might work. One sec. I'm rich. Oh my god, you're rich. Extract to downloads. Where's my Briar Mare file? Yeah, there's my Briar Mare folder. Okay, put it in the Briar Mare folder. Okay, did that work? It did. Okay, one sec. Trigger manager. Do I disable this one? Hey, wait. Where's my... I added it into the objects. I abuse mod power to get yolks. Because I can give away when. Sorry, what? I don't understand. Customization. Why isn't it not showing? Okay, maybe I have to restart the program. What do I do with yolks? You can turn me into goober. You can gamble with it. You can... I mean, actually there's not much you can do with yolks. You can do bigyeet. Yo, you can't right now. I'm restarting the program. I don't know why it's not, the program isn't appearing. Oh, there we go. It appeared. Took a while. No, guys, it's still booting. It's still rebooting. Okay, let's see. Can I add the fried egg in? Oh, there we go. Enable, disable. Wait, disable, enable, disable, enable, disable. Okay, I think it should work now. You can try it, guys. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, what? It's just egg whites. Why isn't there any yolk on it? Okay, so there is some issues. Well, at least I know how to add things in. Okay, let me check the objects again. Yeah, it's supposed to be an egg white. Yolkless omelet. Yeah, it's a yolkless omelet. I think it... Okay, maybe I delete it first. Disable. I'll put the bananas back for now. Oh, whoops. I need to download a different egg because clearly that egg didn't work. Okay, let's see. Egg model for... throwables for Twitch integrated throwing system. Oh, they do have stuff. Perhaps we could play some Sims 2 in the future. We continue the story, not the story, the family of chat YouTube. Okay. Oh, there are a bunch of throwable stuff. Oh my god, you can throw Pokeballs. That could be cute, just throw Pokeballs. This one's Animal Crossing stuff. Oh, they didn't make any fried eggs, I think. There's like eggs, but not like fried eggs, like an egg with a full-on shell. Oh, let me see. Hey, actually, wait. This person is Ko-Fi. I have an egg. Oh, okay, wait. I found it. I found an egg. Let me just... Let me just download the 3D egg model. Okay, let's see if it works. Oh, I need to restart it again. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, try it now. Try it now. You can try it now. Wow, 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 wow. That's a lot of big eggs. Holy crap. Too big? You want the eggs to be smaller? Okay, let's see if I can. I don't know if I can make it smaller. Okay, I made it half size. Let me try as well. Okay, I think that's the perfect size. It works, guys, it works. I think the egg is too small for Goober head. Oh man, I need to wait 20 seconds. Wait, I can do this, right? Oh. Oh, that's just random ones. Ah. Bigyeet. Yeah, those seem good. Let's see, who are the top yolks today? I mean, right now. Okay, my ear trumpet is number 5. Talan is number 4. Mau is number 3. Elite Trainer is number 2. I think I may have given out too much free points, free currencies. Because I like 10 times the yolk rate just now. And I'm poor. Oh no, dog man. $1,000 yolks. 1,000 yolks not too bad. Okay, let me adjust the yolks actually. How do I adjust the yolks? Where's the currencies? Will we ever get 1,000 eggs? I mean, it will happen eventually. You can just type egg and it'll happen. You know, you can still do skibidi. Skibidi cat reads. Oh wow! Dogman got 2,000 in New Yorks. I'm thinking like what other currencies should we do? Not currencies, but like what other commands should we put? Commands. Yeah, we just have these commands. Elite Trainer, why don't you just do socials? I mean, you can still do socials. Hello! Hello, Paladin Stem. Welcome. We finished the game early. Is there a way to check to like it? Wait. To like it to Discord, we check our yolks through Discord or not? No, that's not possible, I think. Let me see if like, because it's like it's on Mix It Up. I don't think we can check like, unless can I upload it? Like, do I have to like wait? Let me check. Users alerts, chat, general. I think there's a currency list, but I don't remember where it was. Let's see. Users, no, this is just user data. Overlay, counter. Maybe make the link go to a page with all your links. I don't think there's a link, because I think it's literally just like I think it's literally just a list, like a text list or something, if I can find it. I don't know where it was. The link go to a page. Oh, you mean the socials? I guess I could have it go to my card. Or maybe I could just remove like the TikTok and Reddit and stuff, because I don't really use it. It will look neater so there's no misclinks. Okay, one sec. Now I can use my card, I guess. Oh, but I have to edit my card. How do I have to log into my card. I forgot my card's password. Give me a sec to set this up. I guess now it has changed to a work stream. She's hacking in. I'm hacking? Ackermans. One sec. I know Goober isn't moving. Give me a sec. Should be the pass. Okay, I got it. I got in. Do. Okay, just need to save some stuff. And then I should be good. How do I copy this? Oh, I just do. Oh, cards are a little weird. Okay. Oh wait, I forgot this. Okay, Briar, Mare. Okay, now let me just change the thing, and we should be good. Oh, no, did it break? Oh, there we go. Now you can click and then you can see all my links there. Also my commissions. but the commissions are not really related. Is that better, Elite Trainer? Nice, is it better? One sec. I know I'm not moving. One sec. I got 2FA on so many things. Do 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 do. Okay. What else do I need? Okay. I'm sorry that nothing has been happening for the past 15 or so minutes after the end of the game. But the game ended, and then we just did a little troubleshooting. So I guess it evolved into a bit of a work stream. But I just want to say, tomorrow we have no stream. The day after that we have no stream, but on Friday we have stream. We will be finishing up Find Love or Die Trying. We might do a bit of chatting after that game because I don't think that game will take very long to finish. Also, just hanging out. Yeah, we're just hanging out, but we're also reaching like the 3-hour mark, and I need to go and what do I need to do? I need to check on something actually. So, and also, but on Saturday night we will be playing Sleeping Dogs. We'll be playing it for quite a while, and then maybe next week we might play more Sleeping Dogs because next weekend, not this weekend but next weekend, I won't be able to stream in the weekend because I'm going to go back to my town for like a dentist appointment. It's very complicated that I have to go back for a dentist appointment. But anyway, yes, so I had to spend money on a plane ticket for a dentist appointment. Just hang, but yeah, yeah. Let me eat more eggs at myself just to make sure it works. Oh no, is it not working? Oh no! Ow, 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 ow. Never mind. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, that took a little while. Okay, so yeah, so we will just end here for today. But next week, I'll try to stream more in the beginning of the week, the end of the week, or next week, I won't be able to stream. So yeah, bye bye guys.